spouse is angry because I spend all of my family time learning. Welcome back to the Twin Win, the only live stream on the internet that helps you get the twin win of succeeding in business while winning at home so that you can stop existing and start living. My name is Jay Allen Hall, and I go live almost every weekday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And I would like to invite you real quick to hit the like, subscribe, and follow button. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on so you get all of the latest information that I'm giving to you for free, all of this great content. And if you're joining me live, give me a hashtag live. If you're joining me on replay, give me a hashtag replay. So your spouse is angry at you because your free time is spent going through course material or being on a coaching call or being on a challenge or being on something live, a live learning. I wanted to bring this up because in the past month or in the past, couple months, this has actually come up several times. And where it's really come up from are my international friends. And if you're listening from a different country, you're probably feeling this pain. So the first time this was brought up to me was in December. I was presenting on Dean's stage at mastermind.com in Arizona, and I was teaching my productivity system to the Launchpad Accelerator group. And one of the questions was, hey, listen, I'm in the UK, I'm joining you live, and it's late here. We're 7 hours difference. And my wife's angry because I'm actually joining you during family time. And a lot of the courses, not only that, but I'm a part of 4 other courses, and they also have things that go on during family time. So, that was one of the questions. And then I recently, and then I've gotten it a couple of times since. And the most recent one was when I was presenting with a fellow coach and friend of mine. And so his challenge for me, it started at 7 a.m. my time, mountain time. And one of the questions, there was again, it was an international audience. And one of the questions there was, how do I fit this in? We're joining you. It's middle of the night here. It's early morning here. It's middle of the day. And how do we fit these things in? And what do we do? So here's my advice. I'm giving you the exact same advice that I gave to these people that paid hundreds of thousands, well, not hundreds, but thousands of dollars to be a part of these groups to hear these answers. What I'm going to tell you is, first of all, never join a program without talking to your spouse. Number one, step one. Don't join a program unless you talk to your spouse. Don't join a challenge unless you've talked to your significant other to say, listen, I'm going to do this challenge. It's at 7 p.m. our local time, or it's 2 o'clock in the morning our local time when they have showing the live coaching or whatever it might be. So is that okay? And then explain and work it out. Really discuss, this is why I feel it's important for me to be on this challenge. Again, you've got to be prioritized. It really needs to be. My last video, I just challenged you guys to not take a challenge for 90 days, to let that be the last challenge. So now I'm talking about challenge. But let's talk about a course. Let's say you invest. You've talked to your spouse, hey, you want to invest. For example, Launchpad Accelerator. Launchpad Accelerator, I believe, was around a $10,000 investment. So first of all, you should be talking because of that. But not just about the money, about the time. Talk about the time involved. Listen, sweetheart, it's $10,000. Okay, we can do that. It'll help me build my business. However, I'm going to have to be meeting at 7 p.m. once a week with this group to get the live coaching. Are you okay with that? 7 p.m. Wednesdays, every night, our local time. And discuss it so that they're on board with that, so they understand the importance of why you're there. Otherwise, they will resent you. They will resent you. Number 2 is, again, before joining, you should discuss it with your spouse, but you should also, before joining, ask yourself, do I need this? For my friends that asked me, my friend who asked me, says, I have 4 other things that I'm involved in. You shouldn't be involved in 4 things at the same time. You really shouldn't. Because you can only work on one thing at a time in your business. If your business is learning 4 things at once, it should be because you have 4 employees, including yourself, and all 4 are learning something different. That, hey, you're a social media manager, my social media manager, you're taking a social media coaching program to get better at it. You're my ads man. You see where I'm going with this? It should never be that I, one person, am involved in 4 things at once. I never get involved in 4 things at one time. You're only one person. So that's number 2 in this discussion. Is, first of all, this is the money, this is the time. And so that's the investment part. Number 2 is, okay, do we need this? Do I really need this? And maybe that should be number 1 before you even get to the investment part. But the reason why I say number 2 is because when we are presented with an opportunity, emotionally, even logically, we get excited. So we will skip that part. So I just put it as number 2 because you're probably just going to go straight to the money and time investment. Then you can talk about, do we really need this? I can't tell you how many times having that conversation has saved me thousands of dollars and thousands of hours by saying, I don't really need this. It doesn't help my business. It doesn't align with my values. It doesn't align with my business's mission. I had this conversation once with one of my employees when I said, hey, let's do this. We can get this certification program. That'd be really cool. And let's do it. And then we can have employees. We can add this to our business. And he said, hey, slow down. What is our mission statement? And I repeated our mission statement. He says, does that align with our mission statement? I said, no, it would be really cool. He says, it'd be cool, but it doesn't align with our mission statement. So we turned it down. Don't give in to FOMO. So that's the next question. 1 is the investment, money and time. 2, does it align with my priorities right now? If you eventually want to have a YouTube channel, but you're nowhere close to that, you don't even have a product yet to offer if you had a YouTube channel, then learning YouTube channel and algorithms and things like that right now probably isn't what you need. Or vice versa. If you're like, I just want to have a YouTube channel, I don't want to worry about products, then learning about creating a course or a coaching program right now probably isn't what you need to be learning. So what do you need to learn right now? Prioritize that. Number 2. And number 3, you need to look at it. If you have said yes and yes, that those two meet, then you also need to look at, does it offer recordings? Because if it does, the compromise might be, instead of having to be on every single meeting live, maybe it's, listen, if I attend 1 or 2 meetings a month and the other ones, I just watch the replays. I watch the recorded replays. If you can make that compromise, again, don't give in to FOMO that I have to be there live because I might get a hot seat with Dean. Listen, I've been there. Listen, I have been there. I know exactly what you're thinking, but if I'm not live, then I may not get that hot seat. Honestly, is that what is the most important thing, or getting the information that is being presented? That's really, those hot seats are cool with whoever that you're on there with, right? And I love doing hot seats with my coaching and challenges and things like that. But can you skip some of those to be with your family to show them that they're still the priority, that they are still the ones who re-energize your batteries and the ones that you love, and that they're the ones you're doing this all for, and just watch the replays. And you have to, so are there replays, and am I willing to make that compromise? If there's no replays, then we have to go back to number 1, is it worth the time investment, right? We have to start all over. But are there replays? And then make the commitment with your spouse. Again, working this out with your significant other, making the commitment that I will only attend 2 live meetings a month out of the 4, or 1. Or that I will only attend on these specific dates. Just, the 2-day workshops. The weekly ones, I'll watch the replay. The big workshops, I'll be on there live. Right? But whatever you work out, then you stick to that commitment. You stick to that because you've now made a commitment with your significant other that I am going to only spend this much time. So those are my 3 steps for you guys to think through, 4 steps to think through with your significant other before you get involved, and really stop giving into FOMO. What do you need to do right this second, right now? What is the most important right now? And remember, if you're asking yourself about what's more important, being live on the call or being at my kid's soccer game or at dinner with my family, remember this. No worldly success will ever compensate for failure in the home. No worldly success can compensate for failure in the home. No other success can compensate for failure in the home. You might feel really good because you got that hot seat, but then what about when you walk out of your living room and you see your kid standing there because you weren't at the soccer game again? I'm just asking. All right? So I want you guys to think about it. Again, thank you for joining me today. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and follow buttons. Give me a share. And give me a hashtag replay if you join me on replay, a hashtag live if you were here live. Make sure you leave your comments, your questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to get back to them. And let me know what you think about this. Again, my challenge to you is to think through those points and really define and discuss this with your significant other so that you can avoid the struggle in the marriage is already hard enough, or relationships, whether it's marriage or not, but just a relationship in general. Whether it's with a significant other, your children, they're already hard enough. You don't need to make it more difficult. So follow this advice to make it easier and to really prioritize and pinpoint and maximize the time that you're spending both growing your business to succeed in business as well as time at home to win at home so that you can stop existing and start living. We'll see you guys later.